I'm Nate Tellen, and you are at BDS Methods in Whitman, Massachusetts. I got into doing this in a bit of a roundabout way. So I was born to parents who had me a bit older in life, and because of that I had a birth defect. That resulted in my parents having to take me to Children's Hospital in Boston every week for several months, basically a year, to form a foot, and had that foot for 19 years and it just wasn't working out. So at the recommendation of the person that was making my special shoes, I got it amputated after my first year at college at 19. At that point, I started doing physical therapy, but it kind of became clear to me that the physical therapists weren't really interested in getting me to be fully functional. They just wanted me to be able to meet ADLs and other things that were basic minimum requirements, and even encouraged me to use a wheelchair instead of my limb. And I took it upon myself to learn how to walk again in the most literal sense of the word. I started learning about the benefits of exercise and some different ways that I could integrate very basic minimal exercise strategies to learn how to function again at 100%. That was the start of viewing exercise not as a passive sort of modality, not viewing exercise as a sort of fun thing to do or punitively as some people do, but viewing exercise as medicine. That got the foundation for me where I would take off of and be where I'm at today. So at 19, 20 years old, I began to exercise consistently. I quickly brought my strength up in my left leg to the point where I was able to deadlift over 500 pounds, even in a prosthetic. I got my CSCS certification, was ready to go ahead and sort of lead the charge at Stonehill College in Easton, and COVID shut everything down. So what did I do? I took my resourcefulness, I took my small car and some kettlebells and would drive around to people's houses, and during COVID would socially distance workouts and manage to stay afloat that way. During that interim point, I started to learn the value of not only exercise as medicine, but touch as medicine. I had people who would request to do some stretching sessions or request to do some bodywork sessions or like deep tissue work on the side. I started to learn how to do deep tissue work and body work and quickly fell in love with recovery as another modality that I thought at the time would be an accessory, but is now a primary component of what I do for people. So around 3 or 4 years ago, I began to dabble in the idea of having my own business in a static location, a brick and mortar location. And I got a small studio office in East Bridgewater, right across from the gym that I actually began working at when I was 22, and started doing deep tissue work and stretch sessions and body work on people. And eventually I was able to afford to move up and start a gym that was attached to a recovery office. I truly believe that the next frontier of medicine is preventative. I decided that I wanted to be at the forefront of helping people to avoid surgery, to delay surgery, or to completely remove it as an idea if they could possibly do so. Pain management is far more multifactorial than people would otherwise think. Most people know pain management to be suppressing it. They know pain management to be the use of illicit or prescription substances, and oftentimes both, in order to mask their pain. Pain being multifactorial, it could be social, it could be emotional, and of course physical. My job here is to spend as much time as I can with somebody and get them in and out of my office feeling better the same day by touching on each of those different aspects. I use technology such as focused shockwave, radial shockwave, and laser-based photobiomodulation to do that. In addition to deep tissue, Grafton, cupping, and all the other traditional manual modalities that most people may already know. Pain is more about the person than it is about the problem, and I believe that teaching them how to not only cope with their pain, but thrive within it is the key to getting them well again. BDS Methods is an acronym that stands for Body, Defense Systems, and Methods. My goal here is to help you defend your body against all of the foreign invaders that want to take it over, whether it's pain from inside, pain from outside, or anything else in between. My job is to help you defend your body from anything else that people would otherwise like to mask.